In the previous lesson, we logged into Drupal for the very first time. And in this lesson, we will become familiar with the interface within Drupal and learn how to navigate comfortably within Drupal. The very first screen I get after login is called as the front page. This is where Drupal lands to after logging in. Currently, this is also the home page if you are familiar with that terminology. It is possible to configure this home page separately also. There are 5 key areas that you see on the screen now, and I will explain them to you one by one. First and foremost is this administration menu. This menu is actually comprised of 2 rows that you see here. The second row is actually a submenu. The choices on the top are Manage, Shortcuts, and Admin. Admin is actually the logged in user's name. Note that this menu is only visible and accessible to a user with administrative permissions. If the logged in user does not have these permissions, then this menu will not appear at all. More about this menu shortly. Next up is this main navigation menu that will appear here. As the name suggests, this menu is always accessible throughout your website, and this is something that you will want to construct for navigation throughout your site. Again, this is fully configurable by you, the site designer. There is another important menu called as the user account menu, and you can access it from the top right here. There are 2 links on this. The first one is my account, which will take you to your account page where you can change your password, username, and other details. Then you can notice these rectangular shaded areas here. There is one for search and another for tools. These are called as blocks. These are the fundamental building components of Drupal. You will see in later lessons how to extend the functionality of your Drupal website primarily through these blocks. You will be able to place blocks in different areas of the page depending on the theme that you use. A lot of functionality in blocks will be available to you right out of the box in core Drupal, and beyond that you will be able to greatly extend the functionality with third-party modules which will also expose blocks onto your site. So you should get familiar with these blocks as the basic building components in Drupal. Next up is this all important content area, and this is where the meat of your website will reside. All the content that you will create by default will be intended to be presented to your visitors from the main content area here. At this moment, we have not created any content yet, and so Drupal says no front page content has been created yet. When you start publishing content, then it will start to appear here. So these are all the major components of Drupal user interface for now. There are a few other nuances to this which I will explore in future sections as we come across them. Now, let us expand a bit further on this administration menu. Each and every attribute that makes Drupal a content management system can be found and accessed through the administration menu here. And it is important for you to get very familiar with it. This content link will allow you to create and organize content for your website. This will include your own content and also user generated content such as comments and uploaded files and so on. Structure allows you to create new menus, different views, block layouts, and also new content types for your website. Appearance is where you can change the complete look and feel of your site using what is called as themes. There are hundreds of free open source and premium themes available which you can download and use. Extend link is for you to extend the functionality of your Drupal website through modules, both from the basic core modules, from free open source and premium modules. Configuration lets you to configure literally every behavioral aspect of your site. This includes the system itself, different development options, different media options, regional settings, and much more. Next is the people link, and this will allow you to configure roles and permissions on your site. You can also create new users, disable existing ones, and so on. There are several useful reports also available under this link. which will include different website logs, quick status reports, and several other administrative reports, which you will find very useful when you are running a big website. This help link connects you to official documentation for Drupal, and this will include both the core documentation and also to module specific help. This is community generated, and I have found this to be an excellent source for usage tips and various best practices. A final point is that you might have been noticing this pencil icon that appears all over the page on mouse hover. This is a new functionality with Drupal 8. It allows for a quick edit of all the editable areas of your page. Earlier, to do the same, you had to do multiple clicks and navigate through multiple pages, even for quick edits. This new interface negates all of that, and you will find it pretty useful when you get into serious site building. And so with that, I will end this lesson. I urge you to take the time to get very familiar with the Drupal interface. Especially, you should navigate through the administration menu yourself thoroughly and familiarize yourself. In the remainder of this course, I will be covering every aspect of these in great detail, and it will help for you to start getting exposed to Drupal's terminology and the interface. Starting with the very next lesson, I will create a simple website project, and it will be exciting for you to follow hands on. So, see you soon in the next lesson.